URT, URT. We are the URT. This is the URT. Welcome to the URT. Big up the URT. Love people. Welcome. Big up Saeed for the raid, man. Love and light to you all, you people. We're here. We're here. We are live. Welcome, people. Get in, get in, get in. Come close, people. Come close. Because this one's gonna go off. Trust me. Them people are being exposed. We are live now and live and direct now. As we tell it as it is, mate. Tell it as it is. Big up Swiss Ramble, mate. Big up Swiss Ramble. Big up to my guy, man. Exposing people for what they are, mate. But big up. This is a Glazer Ineos free channel, people. Glazer Ineos propaganda free zone. Welcome, people. Smash a like on the video. Subscribe to the channel if you're not already subscribed. Big up and subscribe, people. Big up. Big up. Big up, big up, big up, man. Big up. Talk to me, people. What are we doing? What are we doing, people? Talk to me. Listen, I've got an article for you. Big up Sheikh Ariam, by the way, first of all. I've got something to show you, right? I've got something to show you. This is a show you can't miss. Trust me, you cannot miss this. We're gonna go through this. We're gonna go through this because the PR and propaganda out of this football club, it's unbelievable. A majority of you have been brainwashed into thinking these people have Manchester United best. You're the fans who've been humiliated last season. All of us were humiliated. We did not finish. The last time we finished where we finished was 50 years ago, 73, 74 season. And back in those days, you only got 2 points for a win, not 3. You got 2 points for a win. So big up to Swiss Rumble. Listen, Sheikh Arian, keep some of the quotes back, man. Keep some of the quotes back because I need to let people know. Because some of these people don't want to know the truth. Them people do not want to know the truth. Certain people do not want to ever know the truth. They don't want to know the truth, right? They don't want to know the truth. But I bookmarked what I think is worth talking about. And here it is. Here it is. It's here. It's here. This guy, Mr. Potato Head, Berrada, lying scumbag, lied to you all, has been exposed. Lying to you all has been exposed for what he is. For what he is. He's been exposed for what he is. Everybody's like, Berrada's doing bits. Berrada's doing bits. We're going to go through it word by word. Smash the likes because some of you have been brainwashed. Some of you have been brainwashed. Smash the effing like and like the video. Like the video. Subscribe to the channel. Big up Swiss Rumble. If those of you who don't know who Swiss Rumble is, let me just get it off for you. Swiss Rumble is a Manchester United fan who is actually, interestingly, he is a business lawyer, interest sports law, UEFA relegation, public MA and MR expert. That's what he is. Swiss Rumble. That is who he is. He's a United fan, right? And he's a business lawyer, interest in sport law, UEFA regulations, and public. There we go. That's who he is, right? He has exposed Omar Berrada and the best in nonsense who have been all of you that have been told this is the guy, this is the guy. Look at what we have here. Look what we have here. Let's go through it line by line. Some of you thought, some thoughts on Omar Berrada interview with the United We Stand. And unfortunately, that's what it says. Some thoughts on Omar Berrada interview with United We Stand. Unfortunately, I think it's very poorly researched interview which is surprising because Mitten, this is Andy Mitten, the journalist, does a good job, and that doesn't challenge any of my critical issues at the club. After reading this, it's not hard to see why Dan Ashworth made himself impossible to work with, surely making an ultimatum to Radcliffe, because it's quite shocking. Simply, it sets out a very bleak outlook for the future, and that is hard to believe, to be honest, because the club cannot stumble onto new disastrous path after the Glazers, given where it is now. Question. So what does the interview, what is said in the interview and what isn't questioned? Berrada basically sets out how they're taking the future of the club and giving it, if you are generous, coin flip chance of surviving as we know it. The plan described is the same Radcliffe has talked about. United has a higher revenue but too high cost. By cutting costs, we will get more resources to spend on a squad. And with that, a smart decision. We will be back to the top by giving sustainable. Why isn't this question? What is incorrect? First of all, article, as I seen it in the quotes above, full of reference to how United's enormous financial muscles, right? Full reference to how United has enormous financial muscles. The club simply doesn't. A big gap has been created and is growing very rapidly. Next season, City's turnover will be close to 850 to 900 million. Liverpool and Arsenal will come up to 800 million, while United's revenue will be low in the low 600. Chelsea's revenue are going up extremely rapidly with Champions League and the Club World Cup, as they always do well with player sales. And Saudi-backed Newcastle with unlimited resources would solidify their position at the top. And to that, Tottenham, who with their new stadium will have a higher revenues than United. So even when reduced costs, the resources that United can put into the squad will be 50% of City's and 66% of Liverpool, and Arsenal's way behind Chelsea, backed by Bowley and player sales if we're lucky. Somewhat comparable to Tottenham and Newcastle. And by the way, none of these clubs have $1 billion of debt on the balance sheet. Almost forgot that tiny detail, just like the star-eyed Andy Mitten did. The success we need is 1 + 1 = 4 situation. Hence, the coin flip reference, we might high jackpot finish 4th one season if all stars align. Leicester won the league, yes. United will have a higher resources outside of the UEFA Champions League than others. I bet the margin is shrinking. But this is not even remotely enough to make it probable that United will become successful again. To put this in football terms, Omar Potato Head Berrada might as well have said he believes we will win the league in 2028 because we will have Unana, who can be the best goalkeeper in the world, and Rasmus could score 35 goals. Sure, I reckon it's not impossible. Likely, journalists around the club must start questioning these things. But they're not going to question it. Smith, they're not going to question it because they're all sheep and bootlicking to get access so Potato Head can waffle. This is what it's about. Potato Head can waffle. This is what it's about. Are you with me? Are you with me, people? No other fucking channel is telling you this. No other channel is telling you this. No other channel is telling you this. Ask yourself, why? Why? because they all want to sell good news. They all want to sell good news. That's what they want to do, is sell good news. Hit the like button, because that was just the first part. I'm not finished yet. I hope what I was reading has sank in with a lot of you. There's another thing. But others have turned it around. Look at Barcelona 2004. Real self-sustainable. Look at Chelsea, City and PSG and co. Barca in 2004 is the perfect example why the route we're taking is so flawed. Berrada refers to Barca in 2004, how they turned it around. Did they do it by cutting costs and spending little less than their top 4 or 5 rivals as he tries to do it with Manchester United? Of course not. They sold land to the city of Barcelona for huge sums by the standards of 2004. Broke all transfer records, buying Ronaldinho, spending 70 million on Deco, Samuel Eto'o. Real did the same thing, sold the land to the state, invested 3 times as much and everybody else in their squad, and became successful. City and PSG were state-backed. Chelsea had been backed by Ibrahimovic. So here, evidence 1. This is where he shows what's happening. He's showing you what is happening. Yes, you start writing and generate more attention to more viewers, more fans, allow you to generate more commercial revenue, which allows you to invest more talent and continue winning. Ferran came up with what Barca, but it's very true in football and sport in general. We are a massive club. We should be able to operate on a profitable basis, and clubs do for a long term, and that has won. So we can be profitable again. You can win. And we want to be a club that can financially be sustainable outside of Europe. Us stronger financial positions. Let's not forget we're one of the highest revenue generating clubs in the world. Barca, after arrived on the floor of 04 European champion 06. And we finally believe we can do it. We have 2 or 3 summer windows, built a team, start competing to win the Premier League. And if we can achieve this, this is what, look at what he's chatting. Look what he's chatting. Barcelona studying a potential expansion of the club. Look, here he shows the evidence. He's not just waffling. Let me go back to this. Let me go back to this. Let me go back, take you back to this. It's unbelievable. It's absolutely unbelievable. Next time, we should get Swiss Ramble, but he will never sit down with him. Omar Potato Head will never, ever sit down. Never sit down with Swiss Ramble, because there you'll get asked some serious questions and he will never be able to answer it. Have we got 200 likes yet, people? Have we got to 200 likes on the video? Have we got to 200 likes? So when you ask yourself a question, why are Man United not selling? Why are Manchester United, which is Omar Berrada, Jason Wilcox, Jim Glazer, Dodgy Dave, and the Glazers have all take us to 15th. So when you ask yourself, why are we the way we are? Why? When you ask yourself a question, you have to have people who know what the fuck they're talking about, and then get spoon-fed by Andy Mitten and The Athletic and all of these other clowns who are bootlicking to Jim Glazer. Ask yourself the question. Yes, solidarity with Leon. Solidarity with Leon. Great historical football club. And I'm sure there's something that they can do. I'm sure there's somebody that can bail them out. So ask yourself these questions. Ask yourself these questions, people. Have you got to 200 likes yet on the video? Have you got to 200 likes yet? I doubt it. I doubt it we got to 200 likes. I very much doubt it. But let's go, people. We're not even 100 likes yet. That is, honestly, I'm embarrassed on your behalf. We're not even 100 likes yet. And there's over 400 of you here watching. We're not even 100 likes yet. Smash a like on the video. This is the reasons why, right? Why the club is going the way it's going. So smash a like. It costs you absolutely nothing. Smash a like as I continue with this. And the reference to how United has been, let me just go to this sentence. City, PSG are stable state back. Chelsea have been backed by Ibrahimovic. And the reference to how United has been run on a profitable basis, as the club has done for a long time, one just comes across as delusional. We've been close to winning. We haven't been close to winning since 2013. We shouldn't have won anything that year either if it wasn't for Fergie. How can these things not be questioned? Berrada claims he was shocked by how poor position the club was in financially. But everyone knew this already. This is, of course, why the Glazers were prepared to sell the club. Richard Ardle said it many, many times. So what is in store for Manchester United? What should we, the fans, do? Berrada Rapid's plan might work if we are extremely lucky. We're managed a lot better than City, Arsenal, Liverpool. While we are managed a lot better than City, Arsenal, Liverpool. While Amarin's doing an amazing job coaching 8th around Pep Arteta and Slot. If this happens, great. We will take our hats off to Berrada and should secure Omar Potato his nice ring to it. But what if it doesn't? They have set the club up on the path that is worse than the path the Glazers put the club on. And that's what is nightmarish. I'm sorry. I saw the comments from Radcliffe, how he thought the critique that he has received has been unfair because he has done a lot of good things. Sure, he has. I like him. I like Berrada. But I like Avram Glazer. But like, if Avram Glazer was a great bloke, doesn't make it okay for him to ruin Manchester United? Question mark. Even if Radcliffe has done many good things, which he has, not even remotely enough, he has done an amazingly poor job of evaluating the position of Manchester United in and what it will take to set the ship right. It was the club desperate need of significant and immediate support. Right? This is what I'm talking about, people. That's why we said we don't fucking need a broke ass billionaires. We don't need broke ass billionaires. We said it. We were all called. What do you want? We don't want any state run. Are you taking the fucking piss? There's about 10 to 11 clubs in the Premier League owned by one state. It's called the US state. Who runs the US state? Corporations and billionaire class. So what's the difference between that and Qatar or Saudi? They're still state run. I don't differentiate. I do not differentiate. Manchester United is and will take to set the ship right. It was a club desperate and needed significant and immediate support. The first January window, we did nothing. We did nothing despite no centre-backs and some extreme holes on the squad. Last season, we played the first month with just two 30-plus central midfielders who had no legs in Casemiro and Eriksen. In January, we gutted the squad by sending out 3 players on loan and not getting anyone. This summer, we will invest with 1 to 3 of all of our rivals. If we sit here at 7th to 8th next season, which seems to be perfectly possible, the fans must revolt. We can't accept this. There must be flames. How long is the shipping time for the coordinator of the pitchforks for Alibaba. Is there? And then obviously a bootlicker here is saying, I don't understand what why is such a disastrous path to go down. What exactly are you criticizing the club for doing? Look at this. You must spend to be successful in the Premier League. We will spend 50 of 66% of what our rivals will spend. They have a big head start, and we're supposed to just roar past them in the standings. Look at this bootlicker. Bootlickers everywhere. Everywhere I go, I always see the bootlickers. Everywhere I go, I always see bootlickers. Everywhere I go, I see too many sheep and bootlickers everywhere I go. So people, I promise you, not one other channel, all the big channels will hide this away from you. And the questions you ask yourself, why are Manchester United not spending money? Because we finished 15. These clowns wasted 40 million, what we could have had, on not sacking Eric Ten Hag when they needed to after the cup final, buying in Omar, what's his name, Amarim, getting rid of Dan Ashworth. All of these things. We could have had 40 million. We could have at least 4 players now. But this is where we're at. Let me just have a look, see how many of you have liked the video. Staggeringly, over 400 in here, and not even 100 likes. I'm just going to put a poll up. I'm going to put poll up. If you were listening, you could tell me what's going on. I'm going to put a poll up. And if you were listening, you can tell me what's going on. Why are journalists, do you trust, this is the question, do you trust the so-called, because they're not the so-called journalists, around the club to ask Ineos, Glazer, real questions? Yay or no? That's the poll. That's the poll, people. That's the poll. We're doing it. Please get involved. The question is, do you trust the so-called... Oh, God. Oh, I need to do it again. I need to do it again, man. I forgot to put journalists. I'm supposed to write. I'm going to do it again. Bear with me, people. Please bear with me. Because I forgot to write. Bloody, I hate being dyslexic, man. Bloody hell. I need to end this poll and do it again. Apologies, people. I need for people to understand the question. Right. Let me start the poll again. Do you trust the so-called Ineos or Glazers? A real questions. That's the question. That's the question. There we go. Do you trust the so-called journalists around the club to ask Ineos and Glazers real questions? There you go. Please vote. People, let's get to 200 likes ASAP. So please understand what I'm saying to you guys. There's over 400 of you in here. Please understand. I beg you to understand what is being done and how the club's being run. Omar Berrada came out and told us what the club, how's the club being run. He told us clear to his face. Big up Khalis Ramadi Lassi and big up to Sheikh Harian. And I'll explain this to you guys. So when you're asking the question as a frustrated Manchester United fans and you're going, shit, we finished 15th last season. What's going on? Have we made any signings? We need to clear out a lot of players who are not good enough. I say it again what I just said on the Mandem talk. They knew Garnacho was done out here. No, Sancho was done out here. They knew Anthony was done out here. They knew Rashford was done out here in the last 6-7 months. So I beg you, please, why are they not talking to their agents? Why are they not trying to find a resolution so that these people can be sold to other football clubs? Because they're not the worst players in the world. I genuinely do think all three of them, Sancho, Anthony, and Rashford, did reasonably well in their loans. People are making it out like going, yeah, they shit. No, they weren't. They all contributed to goals. They all contributed to goals and performances. Talk to me, people. So in this channel, it's a duty. Somebody's got to do it. Somebody has got to do it. Somebody's got to do it and be real. Somebody's got to be real. And that's what I'm trying to explain to you lot. Somebody's got to do it and be real. I'm telling you lot, this club is run by absolute clowns. And a Swiss Ramble, a business lawyer, and a finance guy who looks at finances of football clubs, constantly studies them. UEFA approved. It's there on his bio. He explains it to you. Make it make sense. We're going to be spending 50% of 66%. While other clubs are spending, Liverpool City, nearly $1 billion. Oh, just 200 short of $1 billion. That's how much they're making. Liverpool, nearly $1 billion. Chelsea always sell well. Nearly $1 billion in terms of revenue they're going to turn over. So when you ask the question, why are these other football clubs, what used to be our rivals, why are they having successful transfer windows, buying and spending money? Because none of them are in £1 billion debt, number one. None of them are in £1 billion debt, number one. Number two, none of them finished 15th. None of them were struggling financially because they've been cashed out. It's like a cash machine. It's like your own Manchester United have been the Glazers' personal cash machine for the past 20 years. So when you're asking the question, you've come to the right channel that goes behind the bullshit headlines. Well, United are in talks. United are in talks with this club, with that player. Exploring the option. They haven't got the fucking money. They believe, it's about ideology. They believe in cutting. I have never in my entire life ever saw a football club where you make cuts and then be successful. You can't start cutting and be successful. It does not work. It's not going to work anytime soon. Please understand this. So when other YouTube channels are just telling you, believe in the process, it's not even June, July yet, I mean, it's not even there. Please, Omar Berrada is there waffling, and Andy Mitten, shame on you. Maybe you're not somebody who understands how finances works. How can you drip feed austerity onto Manchester United and expect Manchester United to be challenging in 2028? What is going to happen? In 2028, is the trophy going to disappear? Are they going to disappear? Sorry, is the debt, £1 billion debt, going to disappear? Is that just going to move and walk? That £1 billion in debt is just going to walk off a cliff and fall, and that's it. And then all of a sudden, everybody's going to give Manchester United so much money. What's going to happen? Please help me understand this. Barcelona in 2004. I remember Real Madrid. Real Madrid were in financial problems, even though they're supported by the state of Spain and the King of Spain. Everybody knows that. They sold some land, and all of a sudden, they were cash rich. Cash rich. Boom. Barcelona did exactly the same. Barcelona pulled so many levers in the 2 years, in the years they've been struggling, they've won the league twice. And they were in a Champions League semi-final. Champions League semi-final. So, please, when you are being lied to by this big YouTube, these wafflers, because none of them are going to explain to you the serious questions that are asked by an actual football finances law expert explaining to you, the maths ain't mathsing. You can't cut. You can't tell people they need to bring in soups, and you can't cut. They can't have fish. You can't cut staff right, left, and center and expect to be successful. And then you can't then be so inadequate in player sales. I told you, me and you, any of you can just get a phone. All you need to do is to sign a player at any club, get the agent's number. Hello. Hi. My name is Nuruddin, and I'm interested on behalf of Manchester United signing player X and Y. Oh, are you? Okay. Yeah. I'm just guessing, is the player interested in the move? Is he happy? Is he happy where he is? Or do you think there's a deal to be done here? That's what it takes. It's simple as fucking that. But to sell players, it's that, because you have to do serious work to be able to sell players. Chelsea do it. Liverpool do it. Liverpool just sold a kid who's come in and made errors in their team for what, 30, 40 million to buy the Leverkusen. Explain to me. This is why the channel is called United Real Therapy. I genuinely believe it's not just a Zionist. I genuinely believe even the club might try to shut people like us up. I genuinely believe that. Because nobody else is doing this. I'm online having a look all the time. I look at Swiss Ramble. I look at Kieran Maguire. I'm looking and seeing things that journalists, because not everybody, yes, they sold this kid for 35 million, and we cannot get rid of Garnacho and Rashford, who has scored 30 goals or whatever, 30-something goals. Make it make sense. Make it make sense to me. Who's this kid? Who the hell is Kwanzaa? Jadon Sancho is a name in football. Marcus Rashford is a name in football. Garnacho has played triple the amount of games this Kwanzaa kid has played. Explain to me how these Muppets are the best in class. Explain to me. You've been sold a lie. You've been had. You've been hooked. You've been traumatized. You've been gaslit. These Muppets took you to 15th. Worst position in Manchester United club history since 1973-74. How? It's nothing to do with Ten Hag. Ten Hag didn't hire himself. Ten Hag did not get rid of himself. It was a decision by the football club so that we have to pay him 15 million. That's what is the biggest piss take. 15 million. The levels of inadequacy, mistakes by Ineos and Glazers. No, it's nothing to do with that. No, Carla. Another thing they try to brainwashing you with. Carla, do you believe only Manchester United as a football club in history gives wages like that? No. Players all around Europe playing for the big teams have big wages. But those players, if those clubs don't want them, get a move like that. Because those are the football clubs are run like football clubs. Like, we're not run like football clubs. We're run by business people who believe in making cuts like this is a chemical fucking factory. Like this is a chemical factory. Don't believe that talking point. Do not believe that talking point. Please do not believe that talking point. We've seen players who have left the Saudi league. They're on the biggest wages. How come Saudi teams can sell them? How come other clubs can sell players on big wages? Explain this to me. Let me just have a check where the poll is and let's see how many likes we got on the video. I will not even got 200 likes on the video. The target is 200 likes. I'm not asking you for anything. 70 more likes to get to 200 likes. Just smash a like. Do you trust the so-called journalists around the club to ask Ineos or Glazers real questions? 80% of you have said no. 20% of you have said yes. I'm afraid. I don't know what world you live in, that 20%. Andy Mitten, do I need to share it again? Do I need to show you again? Do I need to show you again? Is that what I need to do? What's Ramble said? What he clearly stated. Do I need to show you again? It's about having integrity. It's about having integrity. It's about having integrity as a journalist. What is going on here? What is going on here? Swiss Rumble breaks it down for you. Look, and by the way, none of these, this is what he's talking about. So even reduced cost, the resources United can put into the squad will be 50% of City's 66%, of Liverpool and Arsenal's, way behind Chelsea, backed by Bowley, and player sales, if we're lucky, somewhat comparable to Tottenham and Newcastle. And by the way, none of these clubs have £1 billion in debt in their balance sheet. Almost forgot about that tiny detail. Just like the star eye Andy Mitten. They're not proper journalists. So Berrada, this is what Berrada wants you to believe. Berrada genuinely wants you to believe this. Berrada might as well said, he believes that we will win the league in 2020 because Unana can be the best goalkeeper in the world and Rasmus could score 35 goals a season. Sure, I reckon it's not possible, but likely. Journalists around this club must start to ask these questions. Nobody. The clubs that are the size of Manchester United have never made the cuts and expected to climb the table anywhere in terms of the top 3 or challenging for a league title. I'm asking you the question. Smash the likes on the video, because nobody's going to tell you this. Nobody. It's my duty. The channel was set up to inform fans of what's going on, other than fucking clickbaiting the shit out of you. We're not going to click the shit bait out of you. Instead, for majority of you, turn into sheep, I reckon. None of you want to understand what's going on. Big up Tariq. People, subscribe to the channel. Smash the like on the video. That's all I'm asking. I'm not asking for anything. And free fucking Palestine while we're there as well. Free Palestine. Free Lebanon. Free Syrian people from Al-Qaeda. You heard me right. ISIS Al-Qaeda leader is in charge of Syria. Just, we told you, ISIS and Al-Qaeda were, ISIS is Israel, Al-Qaeda is the US CIA. We've told you this before. We've told you this before. Free Iran. Free the world of the death cult that is Zionism. It's simple. But it's not just the Glazers, CR, Messi, Dino. It's Ineos who have brainwashed these fans. Ineos. Ineos are in charge of football operations. Exactly, Jay Patel. Because we're not run like a football club. That's why when I speak to Carla, we have to always remember Glazonomics. Who coined that coin? We did. We coined that coin. Glazonomics. 32% of this football club's shares are traded in the New York Stock Exchange by vultures. The problem is not about how football. This clan only money go to Glazers' pockets and Ineos. Yes. That's why relegation is the only way Glazers are going to go with no money and be left. To me, you have always been at war over there. What war? It's fucking Zionist. Zionist. Alex, get your head out of your ass, pal. I didn't want Ineos. We warned people about Ineos. I went and did research. I went and did research, IK, and I found out how they were running Nice. I found out how they run the Swiss Football Club. I found out how they run the club they own in Ivory Coast. Shambles. Absolutely shambles. People, let's get to 200 likes. And let me just have a look at again the poll. 81%. 82% of you have said no. We are 50 likes away from our target for the stream. 50 likes away from the target for our stream. The least you could do, smash a like on the video. Smash the like on the video. Iran have not been at war with anybody for over 200 and something years, except for the Zionists who decided to bomb Iran. Tariq, Habibi, 100%. Unfortunately, we're entering a stage where people prefer quantity over quality, cheap thrills with no substance. So don't feel so they don't feel you're paying for the club you support and love. Yeah, because they've been brainwashed. They have been brainwashed. They have been brainwashed. They have been brainwashed. Yeah, and who started that war, Alex? Who started that war? Did you hear that? I said Iran have not attacked anybody for over 200 something years. Please go and look at the history. The West were egging on Saddam Hussein, and Saddam Hussein, they were arming America, and the CIA were arming the teeth, Iraq, to go and attack people that they share more in common with than they share with the CIA and the Zionist bastards. So go and educate yourself, please. It was Iraq that attacked Iran. The day is good, Marcus. Ineos, Ineos, Ineos. Please don't tell me you're a twerker for Ineos. I beg you not to tell me. So, people, it just comes back to, innit? It comes back to it, and this is where we're at. This is what it comes back to. It comes back to when you look at the summer transfer window and you are thinking, well, what's happening? Where are we? What's going on? This and that. You just know now that Omar Berrada, Jim Glazer Radcliffe, and the rest of Ineos and Glazer are cutting, making cuts right, left, and centre at the football club. That's what they're doing. They're making cuts at the football club. That's what they're doing. It's as simple as that. And they think we can gonna go and challenge for a league title. We're gonna go and challenge for a Champions League. They deceive fans' brains with fanciful promises and always choose the wrong manager. Players make the same mistakes every season. Yes, George. Oh, okay. No problem. No problem, mate. The players and managers are not United fans. They're just getting rich off United. You better wake up. But this is what's going on. This is what Manchester United is. 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 This is what Manchester United is, people. Manchester United is a club that's built mainly on PR. And all of the journalists are bootlickers, Samuel Racist Lookers, people like Andy Mitten, and he says here, journalists around the club must start questioning these things. He's saying it there to Andy Mitten. Not once did Andy Mitten think, hold on here. And you know the worst thing? Andy Mitten knows exactly what was happening at Barcelona. Guess what? If I'm not mistaken, Andy Mitten is his missus. Shout out to her. Love, respect to her. I'm sure she's from Catalonia. I'm sure he's got mixed heritage children, Spanish and Mancunian. He knows what Barca did. He covers a lot of Spanish football. He knows exactly what Real Madrid did. But he sits there with Omar Potato Berrada and lets him get away with waffle after waffle. Waffle after waffle. This is what your club is. Where are the Ineos bootlickers? Go on, have a conversation. I really want to start a space. I want to invite Swiss Ramble to talk to about things that he's written. I really want to. I want to ask him the questions about about Manchester United, about what's going on in terms of the cuts. Yes, and I'm sure she's Catalan. She's definitely Spanish. She's definitely Spanish. I don't know if she's Catalan. I'm sure she's from Barcelona. I'm sure he lives in Barcelona. But it's not just Flick alone, George. They've made the right signings. Rafinha, fantastic signing. Lewandowski, fantastic signing. Lamine Yamal developed, bought through, fantastic. They bought the youngsters from La Masia. To be fair, a lot of that needs to be thanked. Xavi needs to be thanked for that. Xavi was the one who introduced blooded all the young players. And Flick is starting to use them. Who's Catalan? Oh, Catalonia, Rajet V. Catalonia is, you know where Barcelona, the region where Barcelona is. So Spain is the confederate. Every region has their own ethnic different group. So you got the Basque country, which is the north country, they're called the Basque. You've got Catalonia, which is the Catalan people. They have their own language. They have their own language. So did the Basque region as well. So every region has their own culture and understanding. So the Catalans are the people from Barcelona. Barcelona is like the capital of Catalonia. It's the region. It's the capital. And they wanted to cut ties with Spain. They wanted to have a complete cut ties with Spain. But Spain said no. Yes. Ben, you need to check out the Swiss Ramble, man. People are getting way too good because we agreed in Bermo. He hasn't signed yet. It's the second signing, not good enough. Ben, I don't know. I don't know if you watched the show already. Big up to you, first of all. Up the fucking Irish. Free Palestine. United Ireland. Free fucking Ireland from British occupation. Fuck the fucking British Empire. Simple as. Free the Irish. Up the Irish. Love. You need to watch Swiss Rumble. I'm gonna message him and I'm gonna ask him if he's willing to do, maybe on the weekend, be able to do a space so where we can have a conversation about what he's written there. Barcelona choose Deco, ex-player and Flick, and the decision improved performance, and the clown cannot take one decision to correct this awful. No, because Barcelona are not £1 billion in debt. Barcelona are not £1 billion in debt. And I'll be shocked if I ever saw Barcelona finish 8th on 15th. I'll be shocked to see if we finish 15th. Nobody's talking about Amorim. No, the Catalans are not ETA. Big up to you, Tom. The Basque, the ETA was the Basque. The Catalan separatists are different. But ETA was part of the Basque region. There's a fantastic film called The Wolf, if you can find it. Fantastic film. It's because historically, when Spain was ruled by a fascist, they went really hard he went really hard on committing atrocities in Catalonia and in the Basque region. And by the way, Franco, the fascist leader, supported Real Madrid. We're doing it on here, man. We're doing it on here. Still waiting, bro. Still waiting. Because for that, we need a proper podcast to sit down with proper people. Are you going to fund it? Kelman, if you're going to fund it, then yeah. If you could, I'll give you my account number. If you can fund that, I'll get it sorted. I'll ask if Swedish Strumber can come on the channel. I will ask him. Did Ineos come to continue our financial mess at Man United have. Yes. Yes, they have. Yeah. They bombarded on money. Fucking hell, Tom. I'm glad you're safe and well, mate. I'm glad you're safe and well. I've got quite a couple of really good friends from the Basque. People, we're not even on 200 likes yet. And at the height, we are nearly 500 you in here. And we haven't even got 200 likes. There's over 300 of you in here still. And we haven't got 200 likes. Let me have a look at the thing again. 77%, 78%, 77% said no journalists around the club are going to ask serious questions. Yes, 23%. We are 30 likes away from 200 likes for this stream. We got 3 minutes to do that. 3 minutes to do that, people. Yes. Ask him why he's not on the channel. Ineos board management are so quickly good and smart for business during next transfer window. Players. Bayern Munich take company and success to nobody has company and his good manager and his owners. Nothing. What if Ineos just are ruse by the Glazers to make fans think there's development, but is factious simply keeping profits from within? Yeah. They cost the club 40 million. What are you saying? I would like and love to say that Ineos and the board manage them. Thank you so much. I would like and love to say at Ineos and the board. Thank you so much. What does that mean? Amir. I don't even think that's your real name. I don't trust it. I don't trust you. You're just a troll. You're just a troll. You're just a troll, man. Just a troll. Tom, there's no need. There's no need to try to educate him. He's just here to troll us, man. He's here to troll us. He's here to troll us. I'm sick and tired, people. I'm sick and tired of having these conversations. And fans going, why are we not signing? Every time I leave my gaff, every time I'm out, I'm always out in the community. Nerding, what's happening at Man United? What's happening, man? What's going on? Who is signing? I'm just look at them and go, listen, who do you think owns and runs your football club? Who owns and runs your football club? Manchester United, listen, PSP has spent loads of money and continue to spend loads of money. They gave Luis Enrique, they were patient with him, and they gave him the time and players. They went and bought Campos, a director of football that knows what he's doing. And both him and Enrique worked together to establish what type of players they were going to get. Brother, remember the secret society? If you look closely, they're buying and sacrificing players based on the wheel of life. If you look at closely, everything will start making sense. All right, Devesh, thank you. I'll have a look. I see Adam Matty channel. Oh, listen, people can do what they want to do. People can do what they want to do. PSG Academy are one of the best in the world. Luis Campos, sport director, PSG, yeah. That's why they've won the Champions League, because they had a director of football and a coach that, like, hand in glove, hand in glove. Hand in glove, people. 27 we need 27 likes on the video. Please, let's do that together. Mods, get on it. I just want to go to some of the quotes that were put on here earlier on, and I'll stop sharing this. Let me just go back to the top. Big up to Sheikh Arian and Khalees Ramadan Lassie. Big up to them both. Big up to Sheikh Arian. I would have told you, Sheikh Arian. Next time, I promise I'll tell you when to put the quotes up. I just wish you guys had access to the channel so you can put the quotes up on the side for me. There we go. News. Barcelona have inquired about Marcus Rashford's situation, expressed interest on a loan move. One that the club could see Manchester United cover part of his wages. Rob Dawson. Barcelona taking the piss. New Fenerbahce are pushing to sign Jadon Sancho and are prepared to pay Manchester United winger 8.5 salary, which works out around 165,000 a week. They're splashing the cash. Juventus are pushing for Jadon Sancho. New contract with Manchester United will take place tomorrow. A new contact, not contract, sorry. Victor Lindelof, message to you, Manchester United. I just want to say thank you for all these years. Like I said, you were with us, absolutely everything. It doesn't matter the result. Yeah, see you later, mate. Every single week, they're with us. Listen, good night, mate. Take care. God. Yeah. Big up to Khalees Ramadan Lassie. Let me just get this. Barcelona, asked about Marcus Rashford on loan. Now, we don't want loan. They have to pay 40 million. Guy scored 30, whatever, 20-something goals in the Premier League not that far ago. That's contributed to and had assists and goals at his loan at Villa. United are set to pay a base fee around 60 million with a potential bonus payment, taking the deal towards to 65 million. In Mbeumo waiting for permission from Brentford to go undergo a medical. Yeah. Yeah, we've heard it all before. Manchester United have appointed Will Carvalho as their new men's team first team performance chef. He has joined from Brighton, where he's been executive performance chef for the past 2 seasons. So big up to Sheikh Arian and to Khalees Ramadan Lassie. So that means hopefully our score in the kitchen will go up because there'll be no more raw dead ass chicken. But be careful. Will Carvalho. Be careful because Jim will be asking to report to him and making sure that that the staff cannot eat anything, and that the staff, you have to make soups for them and they have to bring their own sandwiches. It's crazy football club. But people, it's been a pleasure doing this show with you. I'll be back maybe tomorrow night to do a show with the lads, hopefully with Lesso and with Jarvis and with Ben and maybe Sean, and yeah. We're gonna find out. Big up Pay attention to 43, 40T, Diego Leon 43, Victor Little 43, Matheus Cunha 43, the Lit 43, Martinez 34. Okay, thank you. Yeah, Lindelof, man, I'm not asked. Luke Shaw will come running and eating it all. Big up to Shekari and big up to Khalis Ramadine Lassie as well. Please, people, smash a like on your way out. Subscribe to the channel if you're not already subscribed. Let's get to 14K. Let's get to 14K, people. This channel, we go beyond the headlines and the clickbait bite sounds. Manchester United finished 8th season before, 15th last season. And that was the worst finish since 1974-73. At the end of the day, Manchester United needed 7 players to have with any fighting chance of getting amongst it and competing for the top 4 this season. Mbeumo and Cunha are not going to do that. We need a centre-half, goalkeeper, a winger that can play wing-back. We need a number 10. We've only got 2 number 10s. So we need a striker. We need a ball-playing midfielder who's technically sound and also can get about the football pitch. That's what we need. But please, 250 of you in here, on your way out, please like the video. And let me just tell you what we are. 74% think no. Do you trust so-called journalists around the club to ask Ineos Glazers real questions? 73% of you have said no. 27% of you have said yes. We are 20 likes away from 200. That was our target. Please smash the like on the video. Subscribe to the channel if you're not already subscribed. Take care, people. And big up to Swiss Ramble. I might ask him if he can come on the channel. I'll send him a message. I'll ask him, can he please come and do an interview? It's been a pleasure, people. Love and light. Take care. Free Palestine every second of every minute. Free Lebanon. Free the whole region from Zionist entity, which is a death cult, and from US imperialist empire. Fuck Trump. Fuck Netanyahu. Fuck Glazer. Fuck Jim. And if you want to be down with any of those bastards, fuck you too. But out. No exam results, young people, will ever define who you are as a human being.